Welcome back to Teshkid FX for another price prediction update, and in this video I'll be giving you a price prediction update on Polygon Matic, whose current price stands at the $0.8286 mark, and here on TradingView the market is up by 0.29%. and in this video I want to give you the key scenarios that I expect to play out, basing my analysis on the Elliot waves and the Fibonacci's, and also the key areas of support and resistances, and also draw out the key chart patterns that you have information on this chart. And I'll kickstart the video by giving a brief of what has been happening on this chart. Polygon Matic from the all-time high has been seeing no prices in this massive ABC corrective movement, which has now taken us back to around the $0.32 mark, and having done so, I believe it has done the minimum that we expected it to do in its ABC corrective movement, and soon we are going to see a very nice bounce to the upper side following this Elliot wave structure, having a wave 5 taking us back to an all-time high. But before we get to an all-time high, we first need to see the formation of this first wave to the upper side, and I believe that is what is playing out here on the Polygon Matic chart. And jumping to the 4-hour chart for further analysis, within that first wave to the upper side, I also expect to see fractal waves in formation within that wave 1, and I believe that is what is playing out here on the 4-hour chart, having this Elliot wave structure. And right now we're in the formation of a wave 5 to the upper side, having completed the formation of a wave 4 to the lower side. And once we complete the formation of this Elliot wave count 5 to the upper side, that will be completing a higher Elliot wave count 1, and getting a little bit into the details of the formation of this fractal wave so that it can also give me the key scenarios that I expect to play out. After making our low down there, we saw a very nice bounce to the upper side, making the high for that first wave to the upper side, then saw a very nice retracement to the lower side in the formation of a wave 2, and using the Fibonacci's, connecting them from the low of the wave 1 to the high of that wave 1, that gives me a minimum target area for that retracement in the formation of a wave 2 between the fib level 0.382 and the fib level 0.618. and after retracing into that target area, we saw a very nice bounce to the upper side in the formation of a third wave, and I had a target area for that third wave here on the charts at around the $0.93 mark, and that I was basing it on the trend based Fibonacci, connecting it from the low of the wave 1 to the high of that wave 1, then dragging the fibs to the low of the wave 2. That gave me a minimum target area to the lower side in the formation of that second wave at the fib level 1.618. and initially here on the charts, I had my wave 3 high as the high that we have at around the $1.02 mark, and this retracement that we can see over here, this is what I was terming as a retracement to the lower side in the formation of a wave 4. But the moment we managed to break above the key area of resistance at around the $0.95 mark, making a new high at around the $1.06 mark, that made me to change scenarios, having that high as the high for that third wave to the upper side, and whatever we are seeing over here is a retracement to the lower side in the formation of a wave 4. And because a wave 4 is a retracement of the third wave, we can use the Fibonacci's, connecting them from the low of that wave 3 to the high of that wave 3, and that gives me a minimum target area to the lower side in the formation of that wave 4 between the fib level 0.618 and the fib level 0.382, and I can mark that target area here on the charts like that. Then removing the Fibonacci's, you can see that Polygon Matic has continued to respect this retracement to the lower side in the formation of that wave 4, retracing into this target area that I have drawn out here on the charts. And because a wave 4 is a corrective wave, I also expected to see a corrective movement play out over here. That is an ABC corrective movement, having this as the wave A, then a wave B making a high at around the $0.94 mark. Then we continued pushing lower in the formation of a wave C, which made a low at around the $0.69 mark, and after making that low, we are seeing a very nice bounce to the upper side over here. And in that movement, we also formed a channel which is between two key areas of support and resistances. That is the key area of resistance at around the $0.78 mark, and the key area of support at around the $0.72 mark. And we saw a breakout out of that channel to the upper side, and you have continued pushing higher, and this movement is what is forming a wave 5 to the upper side to complete that higher Elliot wave count 1. And before I get into the details of the formation of that wave 5 to the upper side, it's good we get a target area for that higher Elliot wave count 1 and also that fifth wave to the upper side. And I just need to use the trend based Fibonacci, connecting it from the low of the wave 1 to the high of that wave 1, then drag the fibs to the high of that wave 3, and that gives me a minimum target area to the upper side for that higher Elliott wave count 1 at the fib level 0.618, and that lies at around the $1.24 mark. So in that movement to the upper side, I will expect that wave 1 to be completed at around the $1.24 mark. And getting back to the formation of this fifth wave to the upper side, which is right here, and I can adjust my Elliott wave count to that point, then whatever we are seeing over here is the formation of a wave 5. A wave 5 is an impulsive wave, and we also expect to see fractal waves in formation within that fifth wave to the upper side. And if I jump to the 1 hour chart so that we can see that Elliott wave structure to the upper side, after seeing our breakout, we have continued pushing higher in a movement that we can term as an Elliott wave structure, having this as the wave 1. Then we saw a very nice retracement to the lower side in the formation of a wave 2. Then we saw a very impulsive movement to the upper side in the formation of that third wave. Then I'm expecting once we make the high for that third wave to the upper side, we see a bit of a retracement to the lower side in the formation of a wave 4. Then complete that higher Elliott wave count 1 to the upper side in the formation of a wave 5. And that higher Elliott wave count 1 is a fractal wave which is within that fifth wave to the upper side. So that first wave to the upper side is a fractal wave within this higher Elliott wave count 5, which will be completing that higher Elliott wave count 1. And getting back to the formation of this fractal wave, we can use the trend based Fibonacci to get a minimum target area to the upper side in the formation of this third wave within that fractal wave. And I just need to use the trend based Fibonacci, connecting it from the low of the wave 1 to the high of that wave 1, then dragging the fibs to the low of that wave 2, and that gives me a minimum target area back to around the $0.87 mark, and that is at the fib level 1.618. So I expect Polygon Matic to give us a bit of a bounce to the upper side over here. Once we maximize the formation of that third wave to the upper side, then we can expect a bit of a retracement to the lower side in the formation of a third wave, then continue pushing higher in the formation of a fifth wave. And there's a possibility that maybe the high was in at around the $0.86 mark, because that is where we made the high for that third wave over here. Maybe we might not be able to fully maximize that target area, and this retracement that we are seeing over here might be the formation of a fourth wave to the lower side, which is right here. Then we have even started to see a bit of a bounce to the upper side here on the hourly chart in the formation of a wave 5. That is still a possibility here on the Polygon Matic chart. And in case we continue pushing higher and make a new high for that fifth wave to the upper side and then continue pushing low in the formation of a wave 2, then we can see that we have completed that higher Elliott wave count 1. So let's be patient and see how that plays out. Also taking a look at the 4-hour indicators, that is the 4-hour RSI. Here on the 4-hour RSI, we are trading at around the 54 mark, and that means we have massive room for us to support any movement to the upper side in the formation of that third wave to fully maximize that target area. And also taking a look at the MACD, here on the MACD we have printed today we have printed a bullish cross, and that would mean higher prices could be coming our way. And I also expect to see a bit of an increase in the buying volume here on the Polygon Matic chart. So let's be patient and see how that plays out, and I'll keep you updated.